Hi, sweethearts. Welcome to today's session. It is inspired by a meditation, a body scan that already exists on my channel called The Garden of You. But today I'm going to be taking that same intention and guiding a Yin Yoga session with a little bit more of a gentle movement in between to help us deepen into those places within us and to explore that inner universe that we hold within. And through somatic postures, through yoga, trying to deepen in and find our anchor, find that root center or that energy center through the soma, through the body, through our felt experience. So join me if you want to have any extra pillows, extra blocks, anything to make yourself comfortable. Please do, especially on your knees. Try and come to this practice with a little bit of tenderness and gentleness to yourself. So if you have any pain in your knees and you usually don't take a pillow, maybe today is that time where you support yourself a little bit extra than normally. So I don't have much props. I'm outside today, but I will be cueing you whenever needed. So find me standing on your mat, perhaps placing a hand on your heart, one on your belly. Just dropping in. Noticing and recognizing what is here today. What is present? What is available? What energy you are working with? What energy you are sculpting with today? What is unsaid? What is wanting to be said or moved? Allowing it all to simply be in your awareness without trying to fix it or change it. Simply recognizing and meeting yourself right here, right now, with all that you have with you. Setting the intention to deepen your connection and exploration to your body, or perhaps deepening your self-care, self-love, self-discovery. Or maybe your intention for today is that you wish to move with something, to understand it through movement, to see it from a different perspective. Taking another breath to breathe into all the layers of you. Now beginning to sway from left to right, pushing into your hip, left and right, bending one knee at a time, just offering yourself a little bit of a warm-up before we hold any of the positions for longer. So not stretching so much yet, but simply bringing a little bit of a movement and a bounce, not trying to achieve the full position yet. Simply swaying from left to right. Perhaps noticing where your energy or your weight is naturally going. So is it pulling towards your front, or are you able to sink a little bit more deeply into your sit bones, into your back? Perhaps lifting one heel at a time, or toes. Swinging your upper body, opening to the left and the right, following intuitive movements here, just bouncing, beginning to spiral your hip bones now. Pushing out behind you into the front of you and the other direction. Taking a pause in the middle and perhaps testing your balance here by lifting one of your knees up to your chest, opening to the side and trying to go for a hip opener to the side, supporting yourself as needed, allowing this to be playful. If you fall, allow yourself to fall, finding your ground here, finding stability in instability, changing direction of your hip, or rather of your knee. And now swapping sides. Trying to keep your hip bones facing the front. Other direction. Playing here. Letting yourself find that little bit of joy. Beautiful. Coming into wide stance in the middle of your mat. Going to take our palms and just do some circles to the front of your chest. Now arms back and forwards. And one more time in the other direction, spiraling frontwards. And one last time backwards. Great job. Take your left palm on your left hip and take your right hand above your head, gently stretching your right side body. Deep breath in, out. Deep breath in. Keep your core and your belly strong here to avoid overextending. Inhale to center, exhale onto the other side. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. Inhale back to center, drop through the middle, reaching for the ground, letting your back legs stretch out, your back stretch. Sinking from left to right, gently moving your hips. You may wish to have your knees bent here. If your hamstrings feel particularly tight, and just invite some movement here again. Perhaps bringing a bigger sway in your upper body, massaging your internal organs, your belly. Twisting left and right. Twist open to the right by placing your left palm onto the mat and opening to the right, following your right palm with your gaze, looking up. Swapping sides, right palm to the floor, left palm up to the sky. Gaze follows your left hand, keeping your spine elongated. Trying not to overextend your torso. Simply listening to your body and where you are today. Dropping back to the center, coming again into those sways left and right. Perhaps you notice that your range has increased. And now we will go into our Malasana squat. So wide-legged stance and allowing your sit bones to sink to the ground. Wide squat. Feet are pointing outwards. We're going to stay here for a moment. So if you need to be a bit more comfortable, if you need a pillow underneath your heels, please go for that. Perhaps you need a block. Perhaps you need to find movements here that release the tension of your hips, or perhaps you need to sit back down closer to the earth, or with a yoga block right underneath your pelvis, or a pillow or blanket if you don't have any specific tools. Your elbows are pushing your knees out. Your breath is long and steady. Your awareness is going towards your belly and your pelvic floor. Trying to relax your belly as much as you can, which can be difficult if you are wearing tight pants like me. But just notice if perhaps elongating your spine gives you a little bit more room in your belly. If you can deepen your breath enough to relax your pelvis, any pelvic muscles. And imagine as if you are breathing through your pelvis, as if you're sipping air in through your base, through your root. And imagine at the very base is this red chakra, red root chakra, Muladhara, our center of safety, of survival, of provision, primal root that connects us to the earth. Breathe in and feel for that energy, for this red orb that is spinning or floating in your pelvic bowl, deep in your roots. Perhaps if this position is getting tiring for your hips, you may wish to sit back down and come into lotus pose here with your feet together, leaning towards them, or with your palms behind you, pushing out. So whatever works for you. Imagine that with your breath, this chakra, this glowing red orb is growing, pulsing, moving, dancing in the space. Notice the quality of this energy. Notice if anything is obscuring your view, if anything feels challenging or obscured. What feelings, textures, tones, or colors are you experiencing in this region? And allow yourself to simply notice and be present with what is. We can intellectualize it later on. But for now, let's practice receiving information from our inner field. And let's see what our entire body system is saying to us. Beautiful job. Sink your hips back down onto the mat. Finding a comfortable seat. If you changed into feet together, also come out of that. Maybe you want to stretch out your feet in front of you. Give them a little bit of a wiggle or a shake. And come into seated. Coming to place your hands on your belly, on your womb center, on your center of creation, your Tandien. Whether you identify as man or woman, we all have this energetic womb. For men, this part is often called the Hara. So tune into this feeling of spaciousness in your belly. Perhaps you wish to put your hand on your belly, actually making contact, and lifting your waistband away from your skin, just to give yourself some more space. Breathing into this orange ball. And also, if you see any other color here that is different than the one that I am naming, sit within your own practice, accepting it as part of your experience today. So, simply noticing, recognizing, feeling, and breathing into this space. Beginning to make circles with your entire lower body. Feeling and taking up space here. Dropping into this circular movement, recognizing that life can very often be a spiral rather than a linear process. Changing direction, making contact with your body in some way, perhaps keeping yourself anchored with your palms. Spinning and weaving in this cauldron of creation. Coming into your body. feeling the center getting energized and activated. And now, taking a pause, and on your next breath in, keep your left leg bent. Take your right knee and your right leg closer to your hip. So we're bending our leg inwards, close, hugging it to our chest. And on your next inhale, you will be elongating up towards the sky as if your crown of the head is getting pushed. Let's see which direction. This way. And now take your right palm and pushing yourself to look behind your left side. Planting your left palm on the ground. Inhaling into your solar center. Twisting, looking behind you, feeling this pressure and perhaps discomfort. Notice where you are pushing, where you are allowing, and notice if you can bring a little bit more alignment into this position. So, elongating and reaching your head up towards the sky and twisting more from the center rather than from pushing your hand into the earth. So it's almost as if your left hand could lift away from the earth because you're twisting from your core. Just a few more breaths. Back to center, inhale. Exhale the opposite direction. Looking over your right shoulder. Coming to center, let your right knee drop into Sukhasana, easy pose. Taking your left foot onto the earth, pulling your right leg closer to you and your left knee closer to your chest. Take a breath here in the center first. Elongate your spine, pull your neck up. Feel that radiance from the yellow sun inside your diaphragm. Your center of power, your seat of this inner fire of digestion, the center that allows us to discern our direction in life. Place your left elbow on the inside of your left knee and twist yourself to the right on your exhale. Inhale, elongate up. Exhale, twist a little bit more. Noticing where you are pushing. Notice where you can bring a little bit more lightness into the pose. Perhaps focusing more on the core strength rather than on the pushing and the forcing to deepen the twist. Take a few breaths here. Noticing simultaneously the extension and the openness of your chest as it works in tandem with your diaphragm, your heart and your breath, expanding, greeting this moment of your life. Inhaling back to center. Taking a pause and exhaling to the left. hugging your knee closer to you, twisting in the opposite direction, looking over your left shoulder this time. Notice how in this position perhaps your front body is a little bit more hidden, a little bit safer, more of your belly is hidden, and your chest is peeping out. Beautiful. Come back to center. Let your knees out if you need to. Coming into easy pose once more. We'll take a few breaths here. So inhaling forward, exhaling back. Inhaling through our nose and out through our nose. And the movement is coming from our chest. You can anchor yourself by grabbing your ankles here. Activating your core, your spine, and your chest, and your breath in this movement. Feeding our fire, feeding our flexibility. Now deep breath in, reach upwards towards the sky. Take your elbows into cactus arms, 90 degrees. Just gonna turn towards you so you can see me better. Breathing here for a moment, feeling your anahata chakra, your heart space. This green, vivid, living fire. Notice its openness, its spaciousness, its vastness, as well as its closure. Any armor that you might have built up. And begin to breathe with that. So inhaling, exhaling, bringing your palms in front of you, forearms touching, and expanding, opening up towards the sky, looking up. Exhale, curl inwards. Inhale, open up. Exhale in. Open up. Exhale in. Open up. Exhale in. Inhale, open. Perhaps there's times in our lives where realignment is needed, the time to turn inwards, to curl inwards into our expression, and to decide from that place which direction we want to go towards. And there's times too where we are wide and expanded and open and courageous. Times where we allow our power, our joy, our love to shine from inside of us. Where we share uninhibited. Where we are ready to face and meet life anew. Take your palms and press them into your heart space and gently lean forward onto your hands, as if you're supporting your heart space a little bit more, feeling the pressure of your own holding. I've got you, no matter what, I've got you. Lifting back up to seated, stretching out your feet in front of you. We're gonna go into fish pose. So stretch out your feet and lay back on your forearms. If this is uncomfortable to you, simply do this practice by pushing open your throat to the sky. Watch out for your neck if you have any neck injuries or any pains in your neck. Please take your own medical advice or seek out a doctor or professional to avoid straining any injuries. Alternatively, we are going to stay on our forearms on the ground, lifting from our roots, stretching out our spine and extending through the back, opening up our heart space and opening up our throat, letting our head fall backwards. Keeping your tailbone close to the ground, keeping your root locked, keeping your core strong. Think here of your throat chakra, this blue channel of expression rooting into your heart space, into your center of creation, into expression, into the place from which you speak your creations into existence, into that place where you speak your truth into existence, your authenticity. And for this moment, let that shine out into the world. And whenever you're ready, slowly and gently drop back into the floor. Gently, 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 elongating your neck again, the back of your neck. Perhaps taking your palms to the base of your head and the base of your neck and giving yourself a little bit of a massage. Bringing your feet in to hug yourself. Lifting your head up towards your knees. Rolling on your spine here. Coming into child's pose. Resting your forehead on the mat, knees wide. Resting your forehead here, third eye gaze. Feeling yourself closely connected to the ground underneath you. Feeling the inward draw of this position and this posture. Perhaps letting yourself go a little bit more soft. Feeling the pressure on your forehead. Breathing into that space, allowing your mind to become a little bit more spacious, a little bit more open. Feeling as if there is a violet flame that is helping you to expand, to clear away, to open into new possibilities. And now from this position, roll through the top of your head. Roll towards the top of your head. So we are still in child's pose. Then, still keeping contact with the ground, begin to lift your hips and begin to touch the top of your head. So this would be your crown center. So we're rolling from our forehead, lifting our hips up to the sky. Don't exert too much pressure onto this space, but simply play around with rolling from your forehead, rolling all the way back to the center of your head, to the top of your head. Perhaps you want to stay here for a moment, playing with a little bit more pressure, and sinking back down into child's pose. Inhale up, rolling left and right. Be very careful here not to strain your forehead too much, not to bring too much pressure, recognizing that we all have our own seasons, our own limitations. What might work for us in this season might not work for somebody else. Maybe we need more gentleness here, more curiosity. Now slowly come back to sitting and begin to tap from the top of your head all the way through the front of your forehead, through your nose, your mouth, through the center of your throat, through your heart space, through your solar plexus, through your belly, through your root center, and all the way through your legs, touching the soles of your feet and swimming your hands back up through the center. So touching your belly button, tracing the central line through your diaphragm, through your heart space, your throat, your mouth, your third eye, your crown center, and open your hands up to the sky. Perhaps joining your little finger and your thumb to create this lotus-like mudra. Thumb tips go together, pinky tips also go together, but the other 3 fingers are outstretched up towards the sky. And letting that go, swimming our hands up towards the ground, all the way through the base of our feet, through our center, inhaling up through our belly, our core, our inner fire, our diaphragm, our ribs, our nose, our throat, our eyes, our forehead, up into that lotus mudra. Reaching our palms towards the sky. Imagine that the universe is pouring back into you, in through that central channel, pouring into you this sweet nectar of life, pouring into you exactly what it is that you need in this moment of your life. Receiving infinite nourishment, and take your palms and brush it across your body, brushing it across the back of your head, your neck, your shoulders, your front body, side ribs, back ribs, lower back, your buttocks, and all the way through your legs, all the way to your feet. And swimming that energy one last time, scooping it up from the earth, gathering it through your central channel, feeling everything coming into alignment in you, reaching all the way through the top of your head, opening up to the sky in Lotus Mudra. Letting yourself be poured into, and letting yourself receive. And now gathering your palms together in prayer pose, sinking your hands into your heart space. We're going to close the practice with the seed sounds of each chakra. And did that fly in? When did that happen? So taking our palms to heart space, root chakra. Lam, 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 lam. The seed sounds are lam, vam, ram, yam, ham, om, and silence at the very crown of the head. So we'll keep going. Vam, 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 vam. Ram, 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 ram. Yum, 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 yum. Hum, 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 hum. Hum, hum, hum. Om, 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 om. And now focusing on the very top of your forehead, on the very top of your head, your skull. You may place a finger there if you need or desire. And spend some time there breathing into that point. Feeling yourself open to supreme intelligence, to supreme divine love. Anchored to universal support and guidance. And feeling all of your energy centers at once. Breathing into all of them. Feeling a newfound strength or resourcefulness or energy. Thank you for your practice. Notice what works for you or what worked for you today, and noticing what you wish to take with you or leave behind. And I'll see you in the next one. Have a beautiful day.